Hello.
Hello, caller.
Hello.
What's
Hi.
up? Who's this?
You're on the love line.
My name is Mark Ryle. Just answer my question about having two channels
Oh,
for
okay.
my center.
Oh,
All right.
gotcha. Sweet.
up?
All right. Two center channels, one above the TV, one below the TV. Is that
All right,
what's
let's
happening?
go. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm having real second thoughts about trying to do it because of what I'm understanding about comb filtering.
Mm.
I don't think I could ever get them mounted just perfectly right.
Okay, so question. Why do you want to do it?
Yeah. That's the first question.
Just to try to move my center channel image closer to the center of the screen.
Mm.
Oh, okay. That's the goal. Have the sound coming out of the people's mouths, right? Is that the idea?
Sort of, kind of. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
not like a projection TV where you can put the center channel behind the screen and,
Mm.
Right. Yeah.
You know what will work is if you use Oro, because they are set up for the center height speaker.
Oh, yeah.
Are any others, Shauna, set up for center height that you know of?
I had DTSX Pro, but I don't think there's a
DTSX
whole
Pro?
lot doing that. Yeah, because they have like a 30 speaker like max with DTSX Pro. But I don't see a whole lot of that happening. It's not like can you upmix into that? I don't even know.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind doing a front height.
Yeah, front height seems like a great idea.
I like the idea of a front height speaker.
If caller, I don't what was your name again?
Mark.
Mark. Okay, so Mark, yeah, like if you were to get a 13 channel like a Denon 6700 with like a 2-channel amplifier, you could run a Voice of God and a front height externally. And then whenever you Oro upmixed, it would take advantage of that center height channel. Right.
And the reason why it works, so there's a reason why I'm interested in doing that. It's not something you would do if you were just to like, hey, let me just wire these in parallel or series or something and just kind of like make it work. Good. No, you can't do that because what you're talking about, the comb filtering, will be an issue. When you have two or more speakers playing the same exact content, that's correlated content. That's what they call correlated. And so at certain frequencies, depending on the distance to each other, you're going to get some destructive, and sometimes they come together, right, Aaron?
Yes,
destructive, and that's where you get the comb filtering.
Constructive and destructive, yeah.
So at certain frequencies they come together, certain frequencies they cancel, and there's a pattern to it, and it looks like a comb, and that's why they call it comb filtering. Now the difference is that Oro actually takes that into account, and that's the genius behind it. And I've done tests to see, how they're able to do it, and I'll put that in my video where I'm explaining more about this. But they figured out how to prevent that, basically. And with Oro, you can do it and not get the comb filtering effect that you would normally get with if you were to just wire it up with two center speakers.
Mm-hmm. Or you get a trim off. You can get a trim off, and then it'll like do exactly what it is you want to do.
What's that going to run me?
I don't know, like 20,000 or something like that.
No, what?
12,000, 20,000. I don't know. So
12, when you get to 12, you might as well say 20 for me.
Yeah, it's just way out there. But the Trinov will do that, and they've been doing that for recently because a lot of people are starting to do, not a lot of people, but there's a handful of people doing micro LED displays, like 130, 150 inch instead of a projector.
Yeah.
And so, excuse me. So, and since they can't put a speaker behind there because it's not a screen, not an acoustically transparent screen, they're doing this dual center channel above and below. And then it's like, I don't know what the Trinov is doing, but it's like making it sound like the sounds coming from the screen. So
I don't know. I've never tried it. So
my question is, do you already notice it? Is it already a problem, or is this just something you're thinking about ahead of time?
I just haven't implemented it yet. I went ahead and bought an extra center channel just to have extra drivers because I'm using some old speakers, and I want to have replacement drivers since they're nearly 20 years old. And I thought, well, why not try to take that center channel and actually mount it to like a TV stand or something above my TV? And I thought, this is going to cause some problems. I heard something about comb filtering, and then you guys are pretty much backing that fear up that, I probably shouldn't give this a shot because it's going to cause some issues.
I don't think it's going to be worth the trouble. And I would say, I mean, unless you're so when you're watching a movie or TV, your eyes are directed, like your attention is directed toward the screen, right? So are you really hearing it below the screen to the point where it's a detriment, or is it just something you think is going to be a problem? Because that's like, as hobbyists, we have to ask ourselves these questions. Am I making an issue out of something that's not an issue?
Right? Making a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah, I think you're right. I was just trying to be that, seek perfection kind of guy and get my voice a little more.
Yeah.
I don't think
we can all relate.
Totally.
Let me ask,
everybody on this channel can relate to that.
Mark, what type of AVR, what brand and model do you have?
I just splurged and bought a top of the line Denon 8500H.
All right, so you have Oro.
Dude, you're good. You are good.
So I would say try it. Right? Throw it up there and then up mix using Oro and see if you like it.
Okay.
But that's only if you plan on using front and rear heights as well. If you're not, then if you're not planning on using Oro, I would say forget it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure how to even upmix an Oro. I heard you say that a few times, but I've just been playing with it.
Oh, you take on the remote control, there's those little colored buttons, those 4 colored buttons at toward the bottom. You press one of those and it brings up this little menu, and you can select a different type of audio DSP, and Oro is one of those. Mm-hmm. So if you to upmix into Oro, you would just press that button, the thing comes up, you press it again until you scroll down to Oro 3D, and then that's it.
Yeah, it depends. It depends if you plan on you have to put your speakers in the correct place, otherwise it doesn't really work out. You have to have front, so you'd have to have front heights, meaning your left speaker. There has to be another speaker above that, right?
Right.
And then same for the right speaker. So you're gonna have left, center, right, and then left, center, right height.
Yeah, right.
And then you're gonna do the same for your surround speakers. If you can do that, if you're willing to do that, you may like it. Something for you to try out. I mean, your AVR can do it. If you have extra speakers, I would say go for it.
Try it out, see what happens.
And then I'll call you guys back in a week or so on one of your next podcasts and let you know how it flew.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I'm running 9.2.6, but the receivers only really set up to only do part of that. I think it's only going to do like a 7.2.4. I'm not sure. It feels like I need to really get up close and personal with my owner's manual on my receiver.
Oh yeah, those things are like god awful. But you can try.
You don't need a manual.
You could definitely try. You could also
email us too. We can.
You can
more
email. Like I have almost the entire Denon Marantz menu memorized. So you can shoot me an email and we can run through the different amp assign modes for your AVR, and then you can figure out. Then you'll know exactly like what that thing could do. Because it is a 13 channel receiver, right?
Yeah, you got the capability. Oh, people are asking what size is your TV?
Oh yeah,
it's an 83 inch.
Oh yeah, I get it. I got one of those too. And it's tough, man. Like, so my center channel is below it, and I have these little foam pads that raise, that have a little angle in them. So that's down there. Yeah. I mean, that's actually better than nothing, right? Instead of the center channel just blowing sound right to your kneecaps, it's kind of like going to your chest area now. So a little bit better. Yeah.
Well, guys, I got to say, I really love this format, and I'm becoming more and more fans of you guys, hearing you interact. You've changed my head about some of the mounting of my Dolby Atmos pattern. I don't have a very high ceiling. I'm trying to do this in my basement. It's in one corner of my basement. It's only a 7-foot ceiling with. First, I mounted 3 sets of old Radio Shack realistic Minimus 7s because they had like mounting brackets I could just screw to my ceiling.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, that's not really the same because Dolby wants them in the ceiling. And
Yeah.
then I started experimenting with some of the placement you guys were talking about. And so I've since upgraded to the SVS,
A prime
Prime
elevation.
elevation or something, or
not the prime elevation, whatever I think it's the satellite.
The satellites, yeah.
oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
And so I just mounted those to the ceiling above my front. And I've kind of got them in line like Dolby kind of talks about, keeping, you know, the array in your ceiling in line above your front and your left and right channels. But it really made a big difference just moving those to the front above my front speakers. I couldn't believe how much more dimensionality it gave to watching movies. It really made a big difference.
Yeah.
But anyway, you guys give some really great advice. I like your tips. I like how, you know, you have fun, you keep it light, and I love hearing you guys give each other a hard time. Anyway,
That's why I joined.
A lot,
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I'll try to get back with you.
Well, take care and experiment, and you know,
let us know what happens.
email us too, info@dailyhifi.com if you have any more questions. Maybe we can get into a little bit more detail with your system and see what we could do.
I appreciate that. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah, no problem. Have a
Take
good
care,
day.
man. Later.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it was. Especially the part about everybody giving each other crap. Hurry
Yeah,
up, Aaron. Grow some hair.
Where at?